Hello, how is everyone doing today? Oh, except for me, obviously, I'm not ready because I had that still up on screen. How exciting is that?
Nobody knew that we were missing. I mean, you could have let it go, and
nobody would have said a thing.
Would have said
a thing. Yep.
How are you doing, Michael?
I'm busy, very busy. Very busy.
So because you are so busy, we're going to do a really quick show today, right? It's just going to be really quick.
It's going to be a really quick show. No topic. All the fans are going to get to ask us questions. But first, let's make sure everybody, that's right, all the fans and some of our regulars. There we go. He's got it right there. Where are you from? Country, city, state, all this stuff. Put it up there.
That's right.
And then after that, that's right. We're going to go with
us on the Pacific time versus Eastern.
And the weather, apparently.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk about the weather. I'm in Arizona.
We're
on fire. We're literally on fire. So
I saw who was it? Sylvia put a post out there, 118 degrees or something. Yeah,
it's not been pretty, and we literally are on fire. The whole place is covered in smoke. So anyway, John's made it. Hello. We got you guys here. Roy is
everybody.
Andrew. So thank you very much for being in Andrew's stead, Roy. We appreciate you.
Okay.
And let's see. Sheila's made it. Hi, Sheila. And look at that. Who's made it there?
I love it.
Oh,
yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
Why we have to do a quick show. Yes.
Yes, I'll be out there in just a little bit. He's funny. I love it.
That's too funny. So Mike, seeing as you're in a hurry, can you do a deep explanation of the history of the personal computer?
Yes.
I can do that. I got my personal computer, the very first one, in 2000 in the year 2000. No, it was I'm lying. It was 1995. Never mind. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
That's a brief history.
Well, I tell you, the complete history was personal computer, and the abbreviated version is PC. So it's PC.
There you go.
Personal computer. There you go. So
what a great
question. I'll do it all with what a great question. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. I sure will. Oops, I'm sorry. We're having technical difficulty. Hit the little button up there. Oh man, I got it wrong this time. I thought I had it again.
You almost got it.
I know. I kind of went like this, cheated my way there. But be sure and hit that. That shows you our website. Shows you a little bit about us. We want you guys to ask questions, so we're waiting. Ask us any computer or tech questions. Yeah.
This could be a very long 15 minutes. All right. Forget it. I've got a question for you. I've got a question for you.
All right. Ask me a question.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, audience, he does not have any clue what I'm going to ask him. This is totally cold. I told him in the beginning, I said, I have a question for you, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to hear it for the first time live in front of everybody. So are you ready for this? You're not sitting down, so this could be bad. But anyway, your studio, that's what I call your setup there where you're doing the show, right? Your studio. For everything we see and everything we don't see. My question for you is, if there's one thing you could change, one thing, big, small, doesn't matter, price, nothing, doesn't matter, what would it be? One thing you could change, what would it be?
Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting question. You really did put me on the spot, though, because I
did, and I'll let you think about it because we got a couple of questions came in while the crickets were chirping. So I'll let you think about it for a second. John says, what does anyone think about the new Windows 11 news?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good
question. I'd like to hear from
the
audience on that because I hadn't heard the news yet. So
I haven't either, really. I haven't.
All right. Richard says, why aren't you on Pacific time instead of Eastern? That's an easy one. You can answer that real quick.
Because of where I live. I wish they were all Eastern. I wish they were all Eastern. Be a lot easier.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That was a question.
Okay, all right. I got an answer to the history of the PC from Andrew. Are you ready? Andrew posing as Roy. All right. Mankind discovered he had 10 digits on his hands, and that gave birth to the digital age, which has kept evolving. Complete history of computers in one sentence.
That's hilarious.
Apparently, Eileen hasn't heard the news either. So, yeah, Jolin, spill it. We want to know. Hey, Mark's here.
That's going to be a great question for community in the Backstage Pass, right?
Oh, I agree. That's a good one.
That's going to be a great intertwined conversation. That'd be an awesome time to bring that up too. But yeah, like I said, I have to go do baseball as usual. This is a hot, heavy baseball season, so that's what I'll be going to do later. So this is going to be a short show. 11 is supposed to be totally new. Interesting. Right. Okay, so a whole new, like a whole new thing
before, apparently.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well.
All right. So did you think about your? Hey, Roxanne, glad you made it. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, you said no money, right? No money. Money's no issue or anything like that.
Money's no object. It's whatever one thing though. You can only change one.
Yeah. One thing I think I would change seriously is like, yeah, God, that's hard to get one thing, but I would say like a massive, great. I mean, my computer's great and all, but I'm talking about like having that one as well and making those intertwined. So that way I could do all the streaming stuff on one side and all the other stuff on the other. So it didn't bog down anything because all the processing is done with two different computers. I think that's because you only gave me one thing. I mean, I would love to have I would love to have fiber coming here, to my house. Didn't matter how much it cost, put the fiber myself. And, so you always have that. I really, anything to improve the quality like that, I think would be something that I would wish for like that, where money wasn't an object. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had enough money, I could run that fiber cable down to my neighborhood from wherever, if it's from Tennessee, if that's the closest place, whatever, the money's no object. But no, I would say if it was just about my studio or one thing, I think I would like that first. I would love to have that where I had that second tower that was just
a second computer, more like similar to what you have, or more.
Yeah, probably a little. Yeah, probably a little bit more beef because I don't have I have the RTX, not the GTX, and I might be mixing those up. I always mix those up, but on the video card, I'd like to have a little bit more powerful one, something like that. So yeah, just that beefed up system where I could just let all that process and use this one to stream it out or whatever. So that's kind of what I think as I would choose as far as that. I love all of this. Like my one son for Christmas got me these shelves.
Oh, you're skipping ahead to the next question.
Oh, you're okay. What's the next question? Okay.
I was going to say, what's the one thing in your studio that you love that you would not change? Okay, go ahead.
I just love the new setup. I love this. I love that I can display all the things that I enjoy and that I have and that I use. There's even more down below of stuff. And that's very convenient when you're doing a tech show, because somebody can say, oh yeah, they're talking about this particular device. I can look around, try and find it and say, oh yeah, I've got one of those here. Let me show you. That's kind of nice to be able to do that.
You have your microphone box? Because I'd like to see your microphone box.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely, somewhere.
I happen to know for a fact you had that handy, so I want to see it.
How'd you know that?
Well, I think I remember you telling me you had it back there.
I got you. Trying to find it.
Hold on, let me look at my shelves. Maybe you put it on my shelves. Hold on.
That's true.
No, it's not on my shelves. It's got to be on yours.
Well, here's the Scarlett, whatever that thing is called, that sends my XLR mic to there.
Okay. So if you can find it, Jolin said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there is that. I do have a lot of stuff. I swear I thought I had it though. Oh,
okay, so since you're saying that, I'm gonna go up here. Jolin says it actually looks like Apple, Chrome, and now Windows all will look the same. Interesting. There it is. Beta 87 from Shure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, Mike.
Okay.
Yep. I had the box turned sideways, so I couldn't see that one. So. But yes. Yep.
Mike is mentioning companies release new products and say that the i9T is the same or worse than the last one. Isn't that true? Like, of course,
So
the new version of whatever they're putting out is always better than it was before. Otherwise, why would you want to upgrade, right? Why would you want to change? So, oh, Mark says he wishes he could be completely wireless, including AC. That's pretty cool. That's a good one. I'd love to hear from the audience when one thing they wish they could change, and one thing that they really love about their studio setup. I think that'd be great. If you live stream or record it, it doesn't matter. Your office space, whatever it is that you work in, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, cool question too. I like that.
Yeah. I've been wondering that for a little while because I know that you have put a lot of work and energy into your setup. And for those of us in the backstage pass, when we get to hang out after the show, we have seen you've shown it to us what it looks like and how you built the frame that goes over your entire desk, and that you have a standing desk that you can move up and down, and it's a really cool system.
Oh, and I do love that. I do love my desk. Well, I forgot about that.
Well, and I've just wondered, after you've been using it this long now, what is it that you do wish you could change still? Because that's always the way it is, right? Like, it's almost perfect. It is almost perfect. But what's that one thing?
Yeah, and there's things too. I mean, that's interesting you say that and bring that up, because everything's always changing too. So they're always got something better, or they have this, or this makes this easier, and things like that. There's a lot of things. Okay, I will say this though. If you asked me this 2 years ago or 3 years ago, there's a lot of things that have changed and made a lot of things better. Like example is StreamYard, making streaming so much easier and things like that. Those kind of things, and just upgrades of different things. Yeah, I agree with that, Eileen. That would be really cool too. Have a place where you could have just a bigger studio. That would be neat. Although the only reason that I would want a bigger studio personally, what I would like to do, I would have to say, so I always wanted to do videos where I'm standing up and you can just see me and with a cool background or something, and doing that kind of thing. I can't really do that with the area
like
that I have.
Like a full body, right? That's what you're saying. So you can see you walking, and I can just
point to stuff on screen or something, or just have fun with it. Yeah, that would be really cool. So I like that. What Eileen said.
Yeah, wish it was bigger. Roxanne asked. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah. I was going to ask. What
mic is your favorite?
That's interesting. I mean, I only ever had the one other one that I had. One thing I do love, and I am going to put this. This is a lavalier mic that you guys always say the sound is amazing, and it is a Samson Stage FX, and it's wireless. But every time that I use that, you guys say Samson, Samson,
instead of Samsung, like sometimes it sounds like the phone, so.
Yeah, it's true. But every time I put that on, you guys always say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so good." It sounds really good whenever you have that on.
Well, the mic is right when you pin it on. The mic is right there, right? I mean, you don't have to talk any louder than you normally do. There's no projection needed at all.
It follows me where I go.
Exactly. And while you've been demonstrating or going back and finding boxes, I mean, your sound
you lose that off the mic.
You're away from your mic. Yeah. So the lavalier is definitely a win for sure.
That's a great one, especially if you're on mobile too, because it's USB. It's a USB mic too, so that's excellent. But I do love the Shure mic. I mean, I love the quality of it. I think it's fantastic. I suggest if you're going for a mic, get a condenser mic, because condenser mics are really good for projecting. Be careful.
It has the built-in stuff, right? It has built-in things that will, so your voice doesn't spike or if you're
you still need like a pop. Yeah, that's true. Like a pop screen, it still comes with pop screens and stuff like that, so you're not popping your piece. But yes, it does. It condenses and does all that kind of stuff for you. The other thing is be careful of omnidirectional, because if it's getting the sounds from everywhere, that's what an omnidirectional was. Have it directional. Or one that you can turn to directional is a good idea. I think that's excellent. Good question though. I love it. They're asking questions.
Yeah, great questions. So let's see. Andrew says, I like having 3 different setups within arm's length. That's actually pretty cool for him, because then he gets to be in the different positions he needs to be in for his health.
100%,
right? That's
100%.
a great thing. And camera that you use, Roxanne would like to know.
I mean, I know that a lot of people buy these expensive cameras and all this kind of stuff, but it's really just a webcam. I'm going to just use a webcam. And I do have a cell phone, which is an old Pixel 3 that still works, but it's like swollen. So I use that as a camera sometimes for a different angle. I don't have it hooked up right now, but I do have a Canon video camera that I have for on the table view. Okay. Like one that you go and video live or somewhere or whatever. And I have that coming in through a capture card. As far as the best camera, I mean, if you're just doing live, it depends on what you want to do. I think that's the biggest thing, don't you? I mean, if you're recording videos, go get the big fancy 4K, whatever, make it, you can spend a lot of money doing that. If that's really what your goal and what your end goal is recording videos. If you're just live streaming, go with the C920, or I know a lot of people talk about, I think it's the Brio maybe or something.
Yeah, that's
Mark.
Look at that. Mark Bears. Hey, it's June 16th. I know this because Mark just shared that.
That's right.
Thank you, Mark. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, the Brio is I think that's more of a higher end webcam. I'm using on the one that's pointed at my face right here is the C925. And that's the one that I'm using. And remember, I'm on extended Wi-Fi currently until we move into the new place. So even with a low grade Wi-Fi, which is why my mouth isn't always in sync with what I'm saying sometimes, it just depends on packet loss and the internet and stuff. But the camera quality is really excellent. And obviously with using OBS, I'm able to green screen out and be in the same space that you're in, Michael. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
And then for my overhead camera, the one that I use for doing art and stuff is the C922. So all by Logitech, by the way.
Yeah, I have C920 and C922. I can switch to either one that I use usually for myself, and then I actually have a document camera as well. I love my mics in my earbuds. Everything I do.
So Richard is saying loves having everything in one room, and that mics and earbuds all in one piece. I think that's what he's saying. He likes that.
There you go.
Oh, looky there. Oh, Richard. Love your shows and all you do, Mike. Glad to help you. God. That's awesome, Richard.
What an awesome guy. Thank you so much, Richard. You are just a blessing.
We do love BR in the house. Love that guy.
Right.
Yes. All right. So he actually said, put the link to that mic in the chat, Michael. You know what we'll do? We will give you guys the link to that in the Backstage Pass. So join us for a few minutes in the Backstage Pass before Michael has to go umpire. And
I do need to start wrapping it up here. So yeah. Yep. So what did Mike say?
Said, as long as you don't wear rustly clothing with the lavalier. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. All right. Rustly clothing. And then one last comment here from Mike. I have a Logitech B910. It works.
Interesting. I don't know that I've ever heard of that one.
My very first webcam, the very first one that I got was like a $50 webcam at the time, and it was I can't remember the letter and the numbers, but it was garbage, but so was live streaming at that time. So
right.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
So, all right. Well, I'm glad that we could dive into your one thing that you would change and the one thing that you love about your studio, and the audience participation was great. It's a really quick show, you guys. Really quick show. Because Michael's got to go up.
I really appreciate it. Yeah, I do have to get going, but I do appreciate it. Anybody that is a member, please join us in the Backstage Pass. We have a new member. Hopefully the new member will join us as well. Oh, that'd be nice too, to see her come. Yes, go ahead.
Throw us a sign. Tell us you're out. Yeah, like he's out.
Call somebody out? I'm not going to do that.
Come on.
No. There you go. I just did it really quick.
He's out.
Did it really quick. I'm out of here. We're going to do the outro because you're out. Hey, thanks everybody. Appreciate you. See you next week. Bye, all.